Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me for yoga this evening. Well, I found an article about awe, one of my favorite topics. This was in Atlantic Magazine by Peter Weiner, and the title of the article is Awe is Essential. Now, I'm just going to read parts of it because it's longer than we need for right now, but awe is a complicated emotion, in part because it isn't usually a single feeling, but a blend of several. It's often evoked by being in the presence of great beauty, something powerful and sublime, mysterious, and even overwhelming. It can elicit amazement and veneration. And because awe transcends ordinary experiences, because it sometimes exceeds our understanding, it can be difficult to describe. The science of awe is, relative to other fields, still in its infancy. So there's much we have to learn. But the research we do have indicates that a sense of awe can have positive effects on individuals, including calming down our nervous system, reducing feelings of anxiety and stress, and lowering inflammation markers in the body. Awe provides us with a greater sense of purpose and meaning. It encourages an appreciation for beauty and creativity. It can improve our mood and sense of well-being, make us more curious and less self-preoccupied. It can quiet negative self-talk. Awe may also increase our sense of satisfaction and weaken the grip of materialism. But the positive effects of awe hardly ever end there. Awe is a pro-social emotion. It can encourage attitudes of generosity and altruism, of selflessness, empathy, and compassion. Yay! The sense that we are part of something vast and meaningful can create bonds of connection. When we see ourselves in the context of wonder, it makes us humbler. People who have been touched by a sense of awe tend to be less rigid, more open to hearing the views of others, more collaborative. Awe also seems to encourage people to be more helpful, more charitable, and more likely to volunteer. The moral circle of care, the boundary that encompasses those whom we consider worthy of our concern, expands. Our investigation indicates that awe, although often fleeting and hard to describe, serves a vital social function, a 2015 research study concluded. And awe is central to many theistic religions, including Judaism, which will soon mark the Days of Awe, 10 days of repentance and renewal between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which I believe starts next week or the week after. The way that awe is nurtured varies from individual to individual, of course, but it's often achieved in nature, beholding beauty and grandeur, by seeing great works of art and architecture, by reading great works of literature and poetry, and listening to music that profoundly moves us, and by witnessing extraordinary acts of human excellence, moral beauty, the birth of a child. People cultivate awe through meditation, through spiritual practices and liturgy, by unplugging from technology, by recalling past experiences, by being mindful of small moments of wonder, slowing down, staying present in the moment. Ah, here, and then it kind of ends with a quote from Albert Einstein. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. And he was reflecting an appreciation of the limits of the rational mind. That's a lot. But I encourage us all, especially in these beautiful days, to get outside, to take a walk, to look at a tree, listen to birds, and get that feeling that brings us out of ourselves and beholding or just being part of something greater than ourselves. I think yoga paves the way for that as well. So that's why we're here. Let's sit up nice and tall. Begin to experience the benefits of yoga. Maybe keeping in mind the benefits of awe is something we can explore this week. So bring your hands in front of your legs, kind of hug in. Maybe you can connect with your spine or with your shoulder blades. Let's lift the shoulders up and then let them come down. Let's do that again. So lift your shoulders, tense up, and then release. Can you notice when your shoulders are down? Maybe you can feel them on your back as you hug in. Maybe you can feel your sitting bones on your mat. And then the energy moving up through the spine, through the crown of your head. Let your hands rest in your lap. And can you feel yourself breathing? Begin to notice when you breathe in and when you breathe out. Can you feel the movement of the breath in your nostrils? Maybe feel the exhale on your upper lip. And you put one hand on your chest, one hand on your tummy. Feel the movement inside as you breathe. And just know that when we bring our mind to our breath, when we breathe with awareness, we're tapping in. We're tapping into the energy, the motions on the inside our skin, especially the nervous system. And tapping into our inner wisdom. Just sit and breathe for a few more rounds of breath. You feel like you are observing yourself. Can you find that part of you that is aware and observing? Now we're going to do a breath. There's a lot of different kinds of breathing, but this one kind of sounds like a seashell inside. So pretend that your hand is a mirror. Put it in front of your face, and we're going to inhale and exhale with your mouth open as if you're trying to fog the mirror. Like your throat is open. Keep that same feeling in your throat, but close your lips. So it's going to go from 2. You hear the sound, perhaps sound of waves. The throat is open. This is called Ujjayi breath. We can call it seashell breath. It's used a lot in physical yoga practices, and we're going to use it in our gentle yoga practice today too. It's another way of focusing in as we move. So let's add some movement to our breath. Let your arms come down by your side. Inhale, bring your arms up as much as feels comfortable. Let your arms float down on the exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling. And exhale down. Good. 2 more. Last one like this. Sun breaths. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. Now reach your arms out on the inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your chest. You can have your elbows down or up, whichever feels comfortable to you. Inhale your arms out. Exhale, hands to your chest. One more time. Good. Now this time we're going to inhale our arms out, and just the left hand is going to come in, and the right hand is going to come behind you. We're taking a turn to the right. Left hand is kind of guiding your chest over to the right. Feel like you're rotating around that tall spine. Let's take one more breath. Good. And then come back to the center. And remember as we do this to breathe at your own pace, to make the movements comfortable and beneficial to you. So there's no reason or need to move into discomfort or pain. Keep everything beneficial to you and notice how it feels on the inside. All right, let's come back to our breathing and our turns again. So we're going to inhale the arms out to the side. Exhale, bring your right hand to your chest, left hand out to the side, and take a rotation to the left. One more breath here. And then come back to where you are. Now we're going to bring the hands out and inhale and exhale. Bring the right hand down and the left arm up and overhead. So we're taking a bend to the right. And as we take 3 more breaths here, notice the expansion on the left side. Breathe into that left side. Feel the space between your ribs. Lengthening. One more breath. Good. Bring your hands down. And now inhale, reach your arms out. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up and overhead. As we take a bend to the left. We're feeling that expansion on the right side. Two more breaths. Good. Then come back up. Good. Bring your arms across your body. Give yourself a big hug. And inhale, lift your elbows. And exhale, let your elbows come down and tuck your chin. Good. And inhale, lift your elbows and maybe look up. And exhale, lower your elbows and tuck your chin. Let's do that one more time. And inhale. Exhale. Good. Notice which arm is on top. Inhale, open your arms out. Exhale, give yourself a hug again with the other arm on top. Gotta tuck in. And then inhale, lift your elbows, maybe lift your gaze. And exhale, lower your elbows, curl in. Inhale, lifting, exhale, curling in. One more time. Good. Let's just take a pause. Notice how you feel. We just move the spine in its 6 directions, up and down or forward and back, side, bending side and side, and turning side and side. So just notice how you're feeling on the inside, and let that right leg go out to the right. You can keep your left knee bent in. We're going to turn and face that right leg. Good. And then inhale, reach your arms up nice and tall. Exhale, fold over. And you hear your breathing inside. Now I'm going to take that right arm, bring it inside the right leg, give it a little connection, and notice your left shoulder opening. And then let that left arm come up and overhead. You can reach it out. You can bring your hand to your shoulder if you'd like. Good. We're bringing your breath around to the sides and to your back. Now bring that left hand down behind you, and we're going to swoop the right arm down and around. Maybe come up on your left lower leg. Your right leg's extended. Good. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can keep sitting down, but extending that right leg, lifting the right arm. Feeling yourself expand. One more breath here. Now let that right arm come down and around, and you're sitting back down, and then fold over your right leg. One more time. Good. All right. Now we're going to come up, straighten the left, and with both legs straighten, see if we can walk our hands forward any amount, and just begin to fold. And notice the lengthening in your inner thighs. Let's take one more breath here. Even get a little bend in your knees. Good. Now we're going to bend the right knee in and face the left leg, and just take a fold. Just fold over that leg. I forgot to lift my arms up, so go right ahead and lift your arms up if you'd like to do that first. It's a little length in the spine. Now let your left arm come inside the left leg, and look at how that right shoulder just wants to open. Let it open. Let your right arm come up Maybe even wiggle your toes. Bring that breath around. Good. Now we're going to take that right hand behind, swoop your left arm down and around, come up onto that right shin, lifting your left arm. And you can be lifted or you can be sitting. See if you can reach, expand as you breathe. 2 more breaths. Good. Now let that left arm come back down and around. If you're lifted, come back to sitting. Fold over your left leg one more time. Good. Come back up to sitting. Maybe hold on to your legs. Notice how you feel. And let's all come around to hands and knees. If your knees are sore, you can make a little fold in your mat. You could put a folded blanket there, whatever might feel good. Now let your knees be under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders. Walk your hands forward, spread your fingers. Let's breathe up and down your spine. Inhale, let your chin and your tailbone lift. Exhale, tuck your chin and round your back. This might feel very familiar. How about telling yourself you've never done this before? It may be the first time you're doing it today or the first time you're doing it this week. So just feel the movement as your spine rounds and then facing the floor, moves up to the ceiling, move one vertebra at a time. Last one like this. This time, as we inhale, we're going to bring the shoulders forward and exhale, bring your hips towards your heels. And then inhale, come up, come forward a little bit, and exhale, sinking back down. And let's do that one more time. So coming forward and exhale, sink back down, coming into child's pose. So you can let your arms come down. You can fold your arms, rest your head. As you're here, can you feel your breathing on your thighs? As your stomach expands on the inhale and draws in on the exhale. Good. Let's reach the hands forward. Start to walk your hands back. And we're going to come to standing on our knees. We're going to come into camel pose. So up on your knees again, you can make a little fold with your in your mat if that feels better. I'm going to curl my toes under. Bring your hands behind you and then lift up in your upper chest. Open across your collarbones. Feel like your elbows are coming toward each other. And lift that upper chest. Some people can let their head go back, but only do what feels comfortable in your body. Good. Let's come back up straight. Bring your hands down in front of you, all the way to the mat, and come back to child's pose. Notice how you feel. Good. Now let's come back up to kneeling. To kneeling, you can turn your toes under again. Now we're going to come into camel, one arm at a time. So let your right arm come up and around and back. Maybe touch your right heel or your right hip. Now we're gonna inhale, let the left arm come around and behind and touch your left heel or your left hip. Good. All right, we're gonna inhale. Exhale as the arm's coming down. Inhale, left arm up and around. Exhale as it touches down. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, arm moving up and back. Exhale. Inhale, left arm. Now let's see if we can let both arms come together, up and back behind you, either to your heels. Okay, there we go. Or to your back. And find that lift again. That's the main thing. We're opening across our collarbones. We're helping the body recover from looking at our phones and our electronics. We're opening that upper chest and heart. Good. Now, let your hands come down, your thighs in front of you, down to your mat again, and let's take a few more breaths in child's pose. You can let your head rest. Notice how you feel. As you come up, come back to hands and knees and let your right foot come in front of you. And then your right hand's going to go on the other side of that right foot. Good. And you can make kind of a big space between your legs. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale and bend that right knee into a low lunge, a kneeling lunge. And then as we exhale, we're going to walk the hands back, lift that right foot and feel that stretch along the back of the right leg. And actually, we're going to take a complete breath in both directions. So don't worry about inhaling in one place, exhaling in another. Now, we're going to stay here and with the right knee bent and let your knee be over your right ankle. Now, turn your back toes under and maybe lift off that back knee. It's not mandatory. If it doesn't work, don't worry about it. But if you can, just try it. Take a couple breaths here. And as you are exhaling, see if you can imagine that your legs are coming together underneath you so you feel your inner thighs. Good. Let's take one more breath here. Good. Let that left knee come down and let's bring the right knee left next to the left. Maybe widen your knees this time, toes together, and sink back into child's pose again. Now see if you can feel anything different on your right side compared to your left. All right, we're going to come back to hands and knees. Let your left foot come forward. Left hand's going to go on the outside of that leg, and then move that foot forward a little bit and lunge into that left knee. Lunge on the left side. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, walk your hands back and bring your hips back and let your toes come up so you're feeling the back of that left leg. Walk it forward, back into the lunge. I take a complete breath when I'm coming forward and a complete breath when I'm coming backwards. See what works for you. Let's do this. This time, we're going to finish this time and do one more. All right, now let that foot come back a little bit so your knee is over your ankle, and turn your right toes under, and if you want to try it, lift off that back knee. Let's take some breaths here. Imagining that your legs can come together. And on the exhale, they're going apart again. So inhale, they're coming together. Exhale, going apart just in your mind, but you're feeling perhaps those inner thighs engage. Good. One more time. And then let that right knee come down, let the left knee come back next to it. Sink back into child's pose and notice how you feel. Notice your right side and left side. And then let's come on up to standing. So I like to walk my hands back, turn my toes under, walk my hands all the way back to my feet, and then walk my hands up my legs until I'm standing. Little clothing adjustment. Gonna shake things out. I'm gonna shake out the whole body. So shake out your arms. Lift, kind of move side to side. Get your shoulders involved. Get your legs involved. We've been focusing on our lunges and our stretches as we're sitting. So now we're just gonna loosen up a little bit before we do some standing poses. Now, step your legs wider than your shoulders and just let your arms come across your body and then in the other direction. And as they're moving toward the right, bend your right knee, bend your left knee as you go towards the left, and just feel that like you're moving energy. Let's do that one more time to each side. Going to stand with the feet about shoulder width apart. Bring your hands to your shoulders and let your elbows make some turns up, back, and down. Up and back and down. Wherever you are, take a pause and then bring your elbows back, up, forward, and down. Hearing some crackles in my own shoulders. Releasing tightness. All right. Let's inhale the arms up and overhead, and exhale. Let your arms float down. Let your knees get soft. Good. And let's do that again. Inhale. We're going to straighten. We're going to lift up. And exhale. Soften the arms. Soften your knees. Now this time, as we inhale and lift up, perhaps you want to come up on your toes. Up. And exhale, soften down. Good. Let's try that again. Inhale, come up. Exhale, soften down. Good. This time we're going to stay on our feet and we're going to inhale the arms up. And then let the right arm come down. You can bring it to your waist, left arm overhead, and take that long bending to the right side. Feel your left foot supporting you so that the whole left side of your body, from your toes and your heel to your fingertips, is lengthening and making space. 2 more breaths. Good. And then come back up. Arm come down. Inhale your arms up and overhead, and then let the left arm come down. Now we're going to take that bend to the left and the right arm from the fingertips to the foot. Getting that expansion. It's the supporting. and then come back up. Good. Now this time we're going to inhale the arms up and overhead. And now we're going to come to chair pose. Arms down and around. Bend your knees. Arms forward like you're going to sit in a chair. Good. And then inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. You can look at your fingers. Exhale, bring your arms down and around. Find your chair. One more time. Let's stay in the chair for just a couple breaths. Reach your arms forward. Let your hips go back. Good. Now we're going to take your hands down. So we're taking it forward fold. You can have a bend in your knee. And now take your left fingers to your right heel or right ankle. And bend, you can bend that left knee, let your right arm come up to the ceiling, taking a turn to the right. Good, one more breath. Bring that right hand down. Bring your right hand to your left ankle. You can bend that right knee and then let that left arm come up to the left. Feel the breath. Where are you feeling it? In your back, your sides, your legs. Releasing tension throughout the body. Good. Then let your hands just dangle. Bring your arms back behind you. Inhale, bring them forward. We're going to take 3 more breaths like this. Exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, bring them forward a little bit more. Exhale, hands behind. Each time we're getting a little bit higher, almost to standing. Good. Exhale down. This time, inhale, we're going to come all the way up to standing. And let your arms float down. Good. Okay, we're going to cross your left foot in front of the right. This is a balance issue. Woo. You can let your heel come down, or you can be up on your toes. Now reach your arms up and overhead and let your right hand hold on to your left wrist and take a bend to the right. This is like a standing banana pose. Maybe we'll do a lying down banana pose before we're finished today. Good. Feel not wobbling is allowed. Wobbling is allowed. We're working our balance and you're working our breath. Let's take one more breath. And then release it. Good. Kind of move your shoulders, letting things go. Good. Now we're going to cross the right leg over the left. You have a little bend in your knees. Inhale your arms up and overhead and let your left hand hold your right wrist. And take that bend to the left. Let's take 3 more breaths. Release that. Let your shoulders, your hips move a little bit. Let's take kind of a wide step. We're going to let the right toes turn to the right and just inhale your arms out to the side. Exhale, reach that right arm out over the right leg, and then exhale, let the right arm come down and the left arm come up, coming into triangle pose. Now again, can you imagine that your legs are coming together underneath you? Let's take 2 more breaths here. Now inhale, come back up. Keep your legs the way they are. And then exhale, let your right arm lift and your left arm come down. Then reach your arms out to the side. Bring your hands to your waist. Good. Turn your right toes forward and just kind of gently move side to side. Bending one knee and then the other. Let's get the shoulders involved. So left shoulder with the right knee, right shoulder with the left knee. Last time. All right. Whew. And then when you're ready, we're going to turn the left toes out. Inhale your arms out, shoulder height. Exhale, reach the left arm over the left leg. And then bring the left arm down, right arm up into triangle pose. I like to see if my right hip can go out a little bit. At least kind of open. There's no need to touch the floor with the left hand. Let's take one more breath. All right, see if you can keep your legs the same. Come back up and now reverse. So the right arm is down, the left arm is up. Looking up at the ceiling or your left hand. 2 more breaths. Come up to standing. See if you can bring your legs together a little bit. Walk it out. We're going to make our way to the floor. All right. We're going to come in a yogic way to the floor. So inhale your arms up and overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, bend from the waist. Let your arms just kind of touch the floor. Inhale, come halfway up, look forward. Exhale, lower down. Come to your knees, come to sitting. And let's bend the knees and let the legs come out to the right. Good. We're going to sit up nice and tall. And let your body turn to the left. Your right hand can be on your left knee, your left hand behind you. Sit nice and tall. Feel like you're beginning to open across your collarbones again. Tops of your shoulders can be soft. Now let your chin turn to look over your right shoulder. Let's take some of these breaths here. Any kind of breathing that feels good to you. Let's take 3 more breaths. All right, let your chin turn back to the left so it's over your collarbones, and now face the front. We're going to bring the hands behind, lift your knees up, let your legs switch over. So now both knees are bent and they're going to the left side. Let your right hand come out kind of behind you, out from your hip, and your left hand come to your right knee and find that nice tall seat. You can look kind of turning to the right. And then when you're ready, your shoulders are nice and soft. Let your chin turn to the left. You're looking over your left shoulder. And now can you feel that lifting across your collarbone, expanding across your collarbone? Feel your breath moving. One more breath here. Let your chin turn back to the right so it's over your shoulders. And then let your shoulders face forward. We're going to Just let your legs be in front of you with your knees bent, and you can fold over your legs. Let your body soften. Like a rag doll. Just let your body be soft. Just let your breathing happen. And maybe you're feeling your breath on your back now, behind your neck, by your shoulders, or moving your breath, the movement of your breath around throughout your body. Now, when you're ready, we're going to make our way to lying down on your back. So take yourself to that lying down position. Ah. And I always like to tune into this feeling of being horizontal, feeling gravity. Just letting my body start to soften in, or keep softening into that, to the sense of gravity. Now, reach your arms overhead, bring your legs together, point your toes up, and stretch, stretch, stretch as you're taking a couple breaths here. And then bend your knees and wrap your arms around your legs. Let your legs and body, hips move side to side, side to side. Massaging that lower back, maybe making some circles. And then circling in the other direction. All right, now let your legs be long. Let your arms come overhead, and now kind of lift the back of your head and your shoulders over to the right side, and you can let your right hand hold that left arm, and then walk your heels to the right side and let your left heel, if you'd like, you can let your left heel cross over the right. That's not mandatory. You can just walk your legs over, but if you want to try to cross that left leg over, you can do that. Ooh, let's take some breaths here. Now we're in reclined banana pose. Lengthening on the left side, the whole left side. One more breath here. And then move your head and shoulders so it's straight up and down. Move your legs straight underneath you. Maybe let your arms take a rest out to the side. Then we're going to lift the head and shoulders and kind of come over to the left side. Let your arms come overhead, and your left hand's going to hold your right hand. And now your legs are going to walk to the left. Maybe the right heel over the left. And just see if that works for you. Take a couple more breaths right here. All right, let your feet come back in line. Let your head and shoulders come back in line so you're in one straight line again. We're going to hug the right knee in. Interlace your fingers around that right shin. And then behind the right thigh. Interlace your fingers behind the right thigh. Let that right foot face up to the ceiling. Point and flex your right foot. Make some circles each direction. Good. Now we're going to bend the right knee and take that right knee out to the right. Now you can take your left hand and put it on your left hip. Let your right knee go out to the right. You can support it with your right hand. You can have your legs straight or you can have the knee bent. Whatever feels good to you. You can have it lifted high, straight out to the side, or low at a place where it feels beneficial to you. Let's take 4 more breaths. Last breath. Now, let that knee come up so it's right over your hip again. Interlace your fingers around your right shin and draw it in. And now we're going to let the right leg come over to the left so you can support it with your left arm. You can let your right arm come out to the side and bring that right leg across your body to the left. Doesn't have to touch the floor. It can be low, it can be high. Find a place that feels good and beneficial to you. Let's take 3 more breaths. You might feel some feelings in your right hip, outer thigh. Two more breaths. All right, now roll onto your back. Interlace your fingers behind your right thigh again. Straighten that leg up to the ceiling. Maybe bring it in closer to you one more time. And then let your arms come down and let your right leg lower back to the floor. Super slow. Nice and slow. Nice and easy. And once it gets there, a minute, not a whole minute, a few seconds to notice your right side compared to your left side. Is there any difference? Where is the difference? All right, let's bend the left knee and hands interlace on the shin. Draw that knee in. Then interlace your fingers behind the thigh. Lift the left leg, point and flex. Foot, make some circles. Hold that leg coming in closer to you. If you'd like to lift up and bring your knee toward your leg, go right ahead. Or bring your nose toward your knee is what I'm trying to say. All right, now we're going to bend the left knee and then take the left leg towards the left. You can put your right hand on your right thigh and hip. The left leg is going out to the left. Let's take 3 or 4 more breaths right here. Find a place that feels like there's something going on. You're feeling softening in those inner thighs or in the hips. One more breath here. Now, bring that leg overhead again. And now we're going to bring that left leg to the right. And your right arm can hold the leg. And your left arm can come out to the side. And then find a place. We can take 4 more breaths. It's like you're giving yourself a massage. You're bringing the breath, all the tight places in your body. One more breath. Roll onto your back again with your left leg up, pointing to the ceiling. Then let your arms come down and let that left leg come down super slowly. Ooh, when it reaches the floor, take a minute to notice right side compared to left side. How are you feeling? Let's bend the knees, bring them in, give yourself a hug. Roll side to side. And then let your arms come out to the sides. And on your next exhale, let both of your knees roll to the right. Let's take 3 breaths here. Any remaining tension, let it drip away. Inhale, bring your knees up and overhead again, coming back to your back. Now take both of your knees to the left. And take 3 breaths here. Nice and easy. Roll onto your back again. Let your feet come to the floor. Straighten your legs. Let your legs be mat width apart. Let your arms come by your sides with your palms up. You're here for final relaxation. And let me guide you through a relaxation. Notice your body lying here on your mat. The mat and gravity soften all those places that are touching the mat, touching the ground. As you begin to soften out your body, head to toes, toes to head. Then bring your awareness up around the crown of your head to the space between your eyebrows. That space soften. Your awareness to your cheeks, the space around your lips that you use for talking and smiling. Let all those muscles soften and take rest. Let your jaw soften so that your face is letting go and taking rest. Bring your awareness down, back of your neck, to your upper back, to your shoulders. And bring your awareness to your right shoulder, and upper arm and elbow, and your lower right arm, wrist and hand. Let that whole right arm, as you exhale, become softer and lighter, and take rest. And then bring your inner eyes over to your left shoulder, and your upper arm and elbow, and your lower left arm, wrist and hand. And as you exhale, let that whole left arm grow softer and lighter, and take rest. Bring your awareness down through your torso to your lower back. Notice your right hip, thigh, and knee, lower right leg, ankle, and foot. Let that whole right leg become light and soft, and take rest. And then bring your awareness to your left hip and thigh and knee, your lower left leg, ankle, and foot. Exhale as you let that whole left leg become softer and lighter. And take rest. And now for the next few minutes, let your whole body take rest. Feel soft. Let everything go. Begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Next time you inhale, can you feel that lifting, that rising? And as you exhale, the softening, letting go. Be with your breath as you're lying here. Now find a little movement in your fingers and your toes. Let your head slowly turn to the right and to the left. As we're coming back, you can reach your arms overhead. Take an inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Let's do that again. So big inhale, and then exhale. Everything go. Now, moving at your own pace. Bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. So feel free to roll onto your side or bend your knees, or use your arms to come up. Take your time. Now, let's bring your hands together in front of your heart. And then we're going to let the middle three fingers come apart. Your arms are going to come together a little bit more. You've got your baby fingers and thumbs are touching, and the rim of your palm is touching. Good. All right, let's open up those arms now. And this is your lotus. Bring your lotus down by your heart. It's your lotus flower. Maybe look inside. Think of something that you're grateful for. A person, a situation, a pet, a hobby, a piece of music, something that fills you with gratitude, fills you with awe and wonder. And as one of my yoga teachers says, may we learn to live like the lotus, thriving in the muddy waters. And then bring your palms together in front of your heart. The spirit in me honors the spirit in each of you. Namaste. Thank you for being here. May you spend some time in awe this week coming up. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious, said Albert Einstein. Mysterious, the sense of wonder and awe. Carry it with you. It's good for you. It's fun. It's good for your health and well-being, just like yoga. Okay, thank you.